Of course, I lost my chat screen. All right, so I got no particular plan. I just got some time this afternoon, so I figure I'll start making some noise. In fact, while I'm trying to figure out this chat thing, let me start making some noise. All right, we'll leave it at a one-note symphony for the moment. Seems like every time I open OBS, I had a different set of windows. There we go. Okay. Okay, so still learning, Logic Pro working in the box. As you can see, I've set things up a little more like I did on my mixer, where I'm sending just parts of signals through bus sends, so I have more control over, individual effects. So we're coming into the NAM amp, which is this one right here, and that's really just got the NAM capture on there, which is a deluxe reverb. I'm sending bus 1 over to, I gotta think about this now. So bus 1 is going over to the Enso looper, and the reason why I did the Enso looper in its own track is I sent its output post fader, so I can control the mix of the Enso when we have a loop going. In fact, let's add something in there. So let's hit record on this thing. So what I did is I unlinked the record and the playback. So it's going to record at the regular speed, but it's going to play back at half speed. So now, as you can see, when I put it into overdub, it's recording faster than it's playing back, which is kind of cool. So I've been using the Enso as my low pad. And let's just add something in. Let's see here, we're playing in B. Sloppy as hell, but whatever. All right, so now I can just put that on playback. I don't need to mess with that. Okay, so that was bus 1. So bus 2 is going to go directly to my stereo effects. So I've got my Ghost Bells delay is what I call it. It's the Ghost delay in Valhalla. But I've got kind of a ring mod thing that makes it repeat kind of like bells, and there's no transients in here right now. I'll eventually hear a transient here. Let's just play a transient. There's the bells. And then the other delay in this particular track is a, I can't remember what it's called. The clarity delay. And I have that set up like an echo rack. It's got the swell function on, and it's got the classic 3 and 4 heads taps. So I'm splitting the signal So bus 2 is receiving signal from two different places. It's receiving it from the NAM capture, and it's also receiving it from the ENSO. Okay, so I'm not sending, I have the amp itself, the dry amp, I have it mixed out right now, but I do have a dry that I can mix in should I choose if things start sounding a little too wet. I have the ability to blend that in some. Now, this particular bus, bus 2, is now sending signals to bus 3 and bus 4. So bus 3 is just, because I didn't want to hit the R200 with something that's already got reverb on it. So bus 3 is just the output of the stereo effects going through the Valhalla reverb and through the room simulator, which right now we're on the garage sound. And then bus 4 hits the R200, which is the rotary, and then into the same Valhalla supermassive reverb and the same room simulator to put everything in the same room, again, because we're going direct here. And then that's where I have them mixed into the output. Again, as you can see on the stereo output and the bus 2 output and the input 1, I'm not sending anything to the stereo outs. I'm only using those for the bus sends. And then on the stereo out, the only thing I've changed here is I pulled up the Fairchild 670, and I'm using this one just because, well, it actually does sound pretty good, but it's called That's a Really Cool Guitar. So that's the Fairchild setting I'm using right now. And then I'm going into the Ampex, and that is the Classic 250 Smooth Master. And something I only recently realized, this only goes, the reels only turn when you actually have your transport engaged in the DAW, which is kind of fun. And then of course it's hitting the add limiter, the adaptive limiter at the end, just to make sure once it hits OBS, it's not peaking out. So I'm going to mute this and we're going to add some more stuff in. Too funny, I muted my guitar rather than muted the mic. Let's try that again. Don't mind me, I'm new. still new. Just noticed you're in there. How's it going? What is your handle about anyways, Solista? Thanks, appreciate it. This room is really coming together for me, and in addition, I'm starting to learn new stuff and get dialed in working in the box here. Nile is the secret weapon. Stayed with a group of anarchists in Greece. What is bouzouki? That's the headline of the century right there. I lived in Greece and stayed with a group of anarchists. It doesn't get any better than that. Oh, backhanded compliment. That's what I call those. All right, I'm going to exercise one of my new toys here. I have a height adjustable desk. And I can stand up now when I want to. Still a compliment. It's just a backhanded compliment. Oh, I see what you're saying. I've really come to love this tiny little pedal board because it's really forced me to squeeze the sounds I want out of it rather than, having 10 sounds that I kind of like. I have just a couple sounds that I really love. This, I don't even remember when I made it, to be honest. It's a modulation because you can turn on the LFO in the back, and I'm modulating, but I don't remember exactly what the settings were, so I hope I never lose this preset. But it's just the perfect, it's you rarely see mood reviews where they create kind of that lo-fi modulated guitar. Obviously you can turn down the clock on it and just break it, but like a modulated, like a shallow water or something, you know what I mean? But this one's just great, and if I send the signal through the right side, which is what I just did, it just makes for a perfect background. Yeah, and the interesting thing about the shallow water is I used to have one. You kind of have to commit to it. But with this one I put together on the Mood, I can really draw that lo-fi out of it with the right side. But if I'm playing just with with the left side active, it doesn't, all of a sudden all kinds of things start to happen. Yeah, so the, you can see the pedal board. So Dynacomp Nile, which is my gain, it's an 1176 into a 1073, but I'm just hitting that 1073 so hard I get that gain. The Pultec Style EQ, which is the Equilux. My main sound on Sound Loop, which is the Zoya, but yeah, I've got a micro loop going on the Mood right now. That's that vibrato / trem almost going on. And then on the, basically in the box here, I just separated stuff out. So for instance, the Enso's got its own track right now, and I'm sending the bus send through the stereo effects post fader, so I can fade. What do I got it at right now? -15. So I can pull out the Enso or bring it in if I want, depending on what's going on in it. If I really want to get spacey with it, but I just got it sitting low because it's really just doing like a lower octave pad kind of thing. And then it's just got that one of my flavor of the day effects, that bell sound I made, which is over on the stereo effects here. It's the ghost delay, but what I did is I shifted the frequency down kind of like a ring modulator, but there's no detune on it, so it creates those bell sounds, which is pretty cool. And they kind of bounce around the stereo field. And then instead of the Convology XT delay, I've been using the Clarity delay, which has ducking on it. It's the best sounding Echo Rec, emulation, and I don't even know if it's intentionally doing an Echo Rec, but the third and fourth taps are the ones I like to use. Tap that in so my main loop is in time. I forgot to do that earlier. With some ducking on it, so it isn't just doing the rhythmic thing in your face. And then I'm sending those two bus sends out of that channel into the R200, which is the rotary, and then just the stereo effects have their own channel, because I didn't want them hitting the front of the rotary. So bus 3 and bus 4 both have the Valhalla supermassive 80s space reverb, and then the Quantec room simulator, and I'm using I think it's just called a garage. So it sounds like I think it's got, might be a little bit live, maybe. The only real note is, and I think this is why I joked that I'm new, like I just learned that X turns the mixer on and off. Simple stuff like that. Like I didn't know that. I had to look it up. But another thing is I've found that if you turn the transport off, it cuts, there's no buffer on any of the effects, so they all cut off when you stop the transport. Because, I don't know if, you were on the other hang I did. The Enso looper does not process any information unless your transport and your DAW is running, which is a little bit weird, but it's also kind of convenient because I can set the Enso to record, but until I start the transport moving, it won't. Instead of on my controller here, I have to, for whatever reason, it's assigned to a knob, so I have to toggle from record to overdub to play to stop. But being that it's dependent on that transport, I can just play or stop. Which is kind of nice. But I mean, this is just, just instant ambient awesome. And I've gone to this fair. Oops, see, I'm muting the wrong things again. I've gone to the Fairchild on my stereo out instead of the Capital mastering compressor, and I found there's a preset on it called "That's a Really Cool Guitar," and I've got to agree, that's a really cool guitar. I was originally actually for this particular hang, but I wasn't feeling it earlier. I had my bass breaker hooked up through my load box. I wanted to send my pedal board through the amp, which I very rarely do, then into the interface, into all the in the box effects, and actually had a really good sound going, but I wasn't feeling it. And the reason I did that is because my NAMM player stopped working, and I didn't feel like messing with it. So it's like, all right, screw it, I'll set up one of my amps. Now the one I really want to get, I don't know if can you see it? I've got I got a couple nice amps back there, but I got my AC-15 that's really been calling me lately. But this isn't the kind of sound, this isn't the kind of thing I do with an AC-15. I want more of a, this is like a wet sound. I jokingly call this sound the honeymoon sound because it's got all the crap on it. That sounds cool, it's like Walt Disney threw up on your sound or something. Something overloading there. All my levels look good on here, but I swear I heard something popping. Yeah, let's see if I can, let me think about this for a minute. Let me see if I can solo out the mood. Yeah, that's pretty much just the mood right there. It's obviously hitting my delays and reverbs, but oh, that's just because I had my volume pedal open. See? My volume is being controlled through expression from the Zoya. So when I turn the Zoya off, I lose my volume pedal, and my volume was just up on my guitar. Yeah, it sounds great, man. I like it when it gets that almost electric piano sound. And it obviously blends in with my Zoya loop, which I just brought in. Let's see if I can solo that what's in the Enso right now. So the ENSO is kind of cool again, and I don't know if you were in here when I was talking about this, but you can record at one speed and play back at a different one if you unlink them, which is very cool. Yeah, with the mood, I've had, I want to say 3 of the Mark IIs. I keep telling myself I'm missing something about them. But the Mood Mark II does not sound like the Mood Mark I. I wouldn't say it sounds bad. I just, personally, I don't like the way the stereo's implemented on it. And the voice of the EQ filter is not that good. But, okay, cool. So now I can start blending in other stuff, So this is the Zoya and the ENSO looper together. But it's, the thing that makes me nuts about looping is when it gets repetitive sounding, or at least for this. I want it to be kind of semi-generative. I don't want it to sound like the same things are going on. So in the, I'm not set up for top down on this, but, and I think I will talk through this another time when you're in here, but the automatically recording looper, so it's listening to the sound on sound loop and it's just grabbing stuff from it and playing it back at different speeds that are being controlled through tap tempo, through a sequencer. And just that kind of ensures it just never sounds repetitive. It's kind of generative. I don't know if I'd call it fully generative because you still got to feed it something, but just this is my hologram microcosm mosaic. This is the version that I can control. I don't know if you own a microcosm, but you can't really control them. They kind of do their own thing, which is cool. But in this setting, almost a saxophony thing going on there. The way that note kind of blooms. It's that Air Child does something to it. Out, I get kind of excited. It's like, all right. And then it's just like every other looper that's come out for the last, 2 decades. Except for the Zoya. Zoya's the shit. But I'm finally, I'm glad I've got the Neve back. I have that WA-47. The other thing that I've been quietly experimenting with is my microphones. Obviously, though, for this room, the SM7B is the way to go. Now, adding the sound absorbing curtain as well as the area rug made a huge difference in this room. But the WA-47 is heavily dependent on a noise gate. I actually really love the way it sounds, but this works. This is the work. It's a little bit big and heavy. I'm a little worried about the mic stand I've got here, but I don't know, I'll live. What is your typical setup anyway? I don't recall if you've ever said what you typically play through. Actually, I don't know if I can reach here, but my giant tube I have back there, it's blocked by this giant microphone right now. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's the most unfortunate mic position, but let's see if I can lower this real quick. Nah, it's not going to matter. So that giant tube, oh, good. Yeah, I like the, personally for me, there's pretty much zero chance I'm going to do the band thing or the live thing at this point in my life, but I love the creative process, so I just like experimenting with this stuff. However, you know, I ain't rich, I'll tell you that, so part of it is also trying to find the stuff that's going to keep me satisfied. This controller, the CS12, I hate to use a catchphrase, but that was a game changer for me. It's part of the reason I never worked in the box is I didn't want to be staring at a computer screen for everything. And now I don't have to. This is kind of like working with my HX effects or, you know, my GT1000 core or whatever. So that was a big one for me. The interface thing I find is a lot less important than I thought it was, even though I'm still using the Neve. I've got 3 interfaces right now. Well, technically 4. I don't think my opinion has changed too much on pedals. Yeah, let's retire these loops and maybe. That was just good old B minor. How about we, let's see here. How about we do, let's get a little more, let's do E, Lydian. Oops. Maybe a little gain on that loop. redo it. Yeah, you don't, when you're improvising, you don't get any go backs. Sometimes you just gotta pretend like you meant it. At some point I gotta start playing with the pick again. That's definitely the best in the box or in the headphones, direct. That's the best lead sound I've ever had. And I have 0 gain pedals on my board. 0. Alright, well I think that's probably about good for a hang here. Ooh, that was a little abrupt. See, then just those loopers still had something in there. Yeah, it's I haven't quite figured out what I do to do it, but sometimes it sounds like atmospheric, like the woods with the insects at night. I haven't quite figured out what I do. It's similar to this, though. When it's mixed in, obviously, it's better. All right, cool. Glad you're able to come and hang out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've got the 3-year, the 5-year. Is there a 7-year cicada? There's like a 23-year cicada that comes out every once in a while. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at giant. I kind of live, I got all the windows closed, but all the blinds closed. But yeah, we're surrounded by giant spruce and pine and et cetera, et cetera. I don't think there's any hatched right now, but yeah, we get all the different ones. We're just far enough south so you start to see lizards. You can grow cactuses in your yard. There's frogs all over the place. We get them all over our house because, actually, I wonder why they do come in the house. Why would a frog come in the house? All kinds of tree frogs, but in any case, I'm going to wrap this one up. Appreciate you hanging out. It's always nice when somebody comes and hangs out when you're just having some fun and goofing around. We'll talk to you next time, man.